Kaspa's market whips focus the signal, not noise. Data over drama. In the world of digital currency, Kaspa spotlights a fundamental challenge, separating noise from signal. Most projects are built on hope and hype. But what if the biggest opportunity right now isn't about marketing? It's Kaspa's pure, unadulterated structure. We are currently sitting at a critical juncture, a technical coil that has stumped the brightest minds who rely on traditional patterns. While the market chases shadows, a quiet revolution is forming at a pivotal level. Breakout imminent, or another false dawn? Let's look at the data. Today, we aren't just looking at lines on a chart. We are analyzing the collision of a revolutionary consensus protocol with market psychology. We're dissecting the short-term technicals for Kaspa, specifically focusing on the tightening range between support and resistance. Forget the celebrity endorsements and the promises of venture capitalists. We are going to strip this down to the raw price action, the volume accumulation, and the fundamental triggers that could send this asset into a new paradigm. This isn't just theory. The charts are speaking. Let's examine the Kaspa disconnect, set the Kaspa stage. To understand where price is going, you have to understand the vehicle we are driving. For years, the crypto market has been plagued by waste. Think of Bitcoin or Ethereum as a single-lane road. It doesn't matter how fast the car is. If there's a traffic jam, everything grinds to a halt. This fundamental limitation creates a ceiling for price action because utility is capped by congestion. Kaspa throws that model away. It reimagines the entire system of transport as a multi-lane superhighway where blocks are created and confirmed in parallel. This implies that price action isn't just speculative. It's backed by a network that actually works under load. Right now, Kaspa is trading around a pivotal level. Many see this as stagnation. I see it as a coil. The market is trying to price in a technology that solves the blockchain trilemma: speed, security, and decentralization without compromise. When you see price compression like this, it's often the calm before the storm, the quiet hum that grows into a roar. Crucially, Kaspa doesn't bloat its base layer. It remains lean, fast, and secure. This fundamental strength is why the foundational support zone has acted as such a fortress of security for holders. But now, we are approaching the ceiling. Watch Kaspa's block DAG, parallel blocks, real throughput. Kaspa price coils between the lower and upper bounds. Kaspa support and resistance. Let's map them. Load the KAS/USDT chart. Let's get into the weeds. We are currently testing a massive resistance zone overhead. This isn't just a random area. This is where the bears have parked their liquidity. We've seen multiple rejections here, creating what looks like a supply wall. However, look at the lows. We have clear support holding firm near recent troughs. This higher low structure is the heartbeat of a bullish accumulation phase. The market isn't rejecting Kaspa, it's absorbing the supply. Notice the volume in Kaspa. On the pullbacks to support, sell volume dries up. It disappears. That tells us that the weak hands, the tourists, have left the building. Who is left? The believers, the builders. The ones who understand that this isn't a theoretical upgrade, but a fully operational foundation. But what if Kaspa breaks that ceiling? That is the trigger event. We are seeing a classic compression pattern. The range is tightening, the energy is building. And typically, when an asset with this much fundamental utility breaks a multi-month compression, it doesn't just drift up. It explodes. 4-hour and daily views confirm tightening compression. Liquidity stacks near the current upper boundary. Key levels pinned. Momentum builds with each test. Catalysts: what can trigger moves? Scenario planning. Trading isn't about guessing. It's about preparing. We need a plan for the breakout. This isn't a casino, it's a strategic maneuver. Here is the if this then that logic for the short term. Scenario A, the breakout. If we see a daily candle close above resistance with significant volume, the first conservative target is the next psychological threshold. That's the barrier. But in a true breakout, catalyzed by the network's unparalleled hash rate and adoption, the base case target moves rapidly to the next major region. Now, imagine a scenario where the broader market wakes up to the fact that Kaspa is the only proof-of-work coin actually scaling. In an aggressive scenario, once we clear that threshold, there is very little historical resistance until the next significant zone. That is where the air gets thin and the repricing begins. Scenario B, the invalidation. We must be disciplined. If the price breaks below support, the structure is damaged. That invalidates this specific breakout setup. Security without sacrifice also means trading without ego. If that line fails, we reevaluate. But as long as we hold that line, the trend favors the bulls. Left, breakout targets. Right, invalidation and risk. Kaspa's bigger picture, zooming out. Kaspa ecosystem snapshots, builders at work. Why am I confident in the bullish case? Because this isn't just about lines on a chart, it's about what's happening behind the scenes. The builders are already here. We are seeing the development of smart contracts on layer 2, zero-knowledge bridges, and robust ecosystem growth that rivals top 10 chains. Institutions are beginning to pay attention. They are realizing that Kaspa scales fundamentally, unlike Ethereum, which scales outward, or Solana, which sacrifices decentralization for speed. Kaspa is the only one doing it with no insiders and no shortcuts. When you combine a technical breakout pattern with a fundamental paradigm shift, you get a rare opportunity. The market is inefficient. It hasn't fully priced in the value of a ledger that creates 100 blocks per second. It is still valuing Kaspa like a legacy blockchain. That disconnect is your edge. Global nodes light up. Low latency sync shows adoption. Final thoughts. Back to the studio. The Kaspa setup is clear. We are watching the key resistance like a hawk. The consolidation at the pivot is not weakness. It is the engine revving before the light turns green. Kaspa is a fair launch project, solving the hardest problem in crypto, sitting at a technical inflection point. The risk-to-reward ratio here is something you rarely see in a mature market. If you want to stay ahead of real infrastructure plays, not hype, subscribe. Pay attention, because revolutions don't ask permission, they just scale. One parallel block at a time.